Hey there tech fans, Rick here again from the OREI team with an overview of the UHD-808 4K video matrix. This product was designed to make it incredibly easy for you to share the output from 8 different HDMI media sources with 8 ultra-high definition monitors at the same time, while providing complete control over which of the outputs is being displayed on any one of the monitors independently by using the buttons on the front of the unit to make your selection, or the included infrared remote control, or through a LAN connection to your local network and opening a browser, or through an RS-232 connection to a direct computer using a command line. The product fully supports 4K ultra-high definition media content, but each of the outputs will automatically downscale to accommodate lower resolution monitors, which means you can easily mix 4K monitors with 1080p monitors, and this product will adjust to give you the best possible picture. The product is also HDMI 2.0b as well as HDCP 1.4 and 2.2 compliant, and provides audio extraction capabilities that will digitally remove the audio from the HDMI media streams passing through it and allow you to send that along to a soundbar or a home stereo for better quality audio. Now, as part of this overview, I'd like to start with a brief unboxing just to show you everything that's included with the kit. And then I'll take a closer look at the product, I'll explain the connections and indicators, I'll list the features and functions the product provides, and then I'll come back and do a short demonstration to show you just how simple this product will be to use with your own equipment. So let's get started with the unboxing. When you first open up the box, you'll find the unit, you'll find a single power supply. It's a 12-volt DC 5-amp power supply. It comes with an AC cord that you can plug into the wall. The other end of that cord plugs into the power supply, and you'll find it terminates in a barrel connection with a locking collar, which plugs into the back of the unit and provides all the power you'll need for operation. You'll also find a short RS-232 connection cable, and that allows you to connect a local computer if you'd like to control it through a command line. You'll find a bracketing kit you can use to mount this up off the ground and out of the way if you choose to do that. You'll also find an infrared extender. The infrared remote control works fine with the unit if it's outside of a cabinet, but if you put this in a wiring closet or inside of a cabinet, you can use this infrared extender kit by plugging this into the back of the unit and locating this outside the cabinet to pick up those remote control signals. Also included is a warranty card and a full instruction manual that explains everything you could possibly want to know about the product, including specifications and connection diagrams, and it's really a good idea to read through the manual to make sure you get the best value out of the product. Now, if you stay tuned next, I'll take a closer look at the unit, I'll list the features and functions, and then I'll come back and do the demonstration. The OREI UHD-808 features a full metal enclosure which makes it incredibly durable and the perfect solution for both commercial and residential installations. Along the right-hand side of the cabinet, you'll find ventilation slots that are designed to keep the electronics inside at a very comfortable temperature during operation. And on the left-hand side, you'll find 2 cooling fans that will pull air through the cabinet to help with that ventilation. You'll also find mounting holes on the sides that you can use with the included bracketing kit to mount this unit in a wiring closet or up off the ground out of the way. On the front of the unit, starting on the left, you'll find an LED display that will give you the current status for the unit and also allow you to make your configuration changes, and you can verify them on this display. Inside the display, you'll find a power LED right here and an infrared receiver window. When you add power to the unit and turn it on, it will start an internal power on self-test. Once it passes that, it'll light that power LED. The infrared receiver window is important because that's where the signals from the infrared remote are picked up. So if this is on top of a cabinet, you'll be fine. If this is inside of a wiring closet or a cabinet with a door that's closed, you'll need to use the infrared extension kit. To the right of that are 8 input buttons and 8 output buttons, and this is where you'll make your selection of which of the inputs is sent to which of the outputs. This is fully explained in the manual, but essentially you'll pick an input and an output and hit enter, and that'll tie those two together. To the right of that, you'll find a menu button. That allows you to enter the configuration steps if you'd like to change some of the parameters. There's an enter button below it, and that's where you'll confirm your choices. There's an up and down button as well, which allows you to walk through the different menu choices. A power button to turn the unit on, and a lock button that will actually lock all of these buttons on the front to keep it from being brushed by somebody and configuration changes made. On the rear of the units where you'll make your connections, starting on the left and the top, you'll find an infrared extender port, and that's where you can connect up the infrared extender kit. You'll basically plug it into that 3.5mm port there, and then the receiver end of it should be located outside the cabinet. To the right of that are 8 outputs labeled left and right. These are analog left and right outputs. This unit provides audio extraction capabilities for the media content. If you'd like to pass that along to an older stereo through a left and right connection, you can plug in right here. You also have the choice of using coaxial for the same outputs 1 through 8. On the bottom, you'll find 8 input HDMI ports, and those are basically connecting to whatever media devices you'd like to share with your output monitors. To the right of that are 8 output ports, again full-sized HDMI ports. These connect to your monitors, and then you can make a selection of which input is sent to which output using the buttons on the front, the infrared remote, or through a network connection. And you have 2 network connections here. One is a LAN port that you can connect to your local network, and you'll open up a web browser pointed at the unit to make those selections. You can also directly connect it to a computer through an RS-232 cable. To the right of that is a DC input port, and that's used with the included power supply. You'll plug that into a wall outlet. The other end of the cable has a barrel connection on it, which plugs in right there, and you can tighten the collar to make sure it doesn't pop out. Finally, there's a ground connection right here if you'd like to ground the unit to earth ground. The OREI UHD-808 is compatible with a wide variety of modern HDMI media products, including streaming devices, DVD players, game consoles, computer systems, and media players like Roku. The product's features include full support of 4K ultra-high definition media content. It provides 8 input as well as 8 output HDMI device connections. It is both HDMI 2.0B as well as HDCP 1.4 and 2.2 compliant. It provides audio extraction capabilities and allows you to make your selections through a network or RS-232 connection or by using the infrared remote control that's included with the kit. Now I'll show you the connections you'll need to make to use this product with your own equipment. And for this demonstration, I've set up 8 different media devices. I have 6 media players that are displaying different images. I have 2 videos playing, one on a laptop and one on a media player. And I have a Roku media streaming device. Those are my inputs that I'd like to share across my 8 output monitors. Over here, I've set up 8 monitors as my output devices, and this is where I'd like to enjoy the content, and I have the unit in the middle to make the decisions of which of those inputs is sent to which of the outputs at any given time, again, using the buttons on the front or the infrared remote control. Now, the first set of connections I'll make are from my media devices directly to the 808, and I've got 8 high-definition HDMI cables right here, and I'll plug those into input number 1, input number 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And once I have those securely connected, I can connect my monitors. Make sure they're all nice and tight in there. All right. Now I've got 8 high-speed HDMI cables connected to my displays as well right here, and I'll plug those into the 8 HDMI output ports in the back of the unit. Now the interesting thing is I can mix and match different input sources, and I can mix and match different resolutions. I have complete control over both the EDID settings and the resolution and audio settings on each of the inputs versus each of the outputs. So the unit gives me a lot of flexibility to use different media sources with different types of outputs, which is really nice because that way you can mix and match output devices that are different sizes and different resolutions with different input devices, and again, still have complete control over whether you send certain inputs to all the outputs or some inputs to certain outputs. Just a lot of flexibility. Okay, now we're all set to add power. I've already plugged in the power supply. The other end of that cable has a barrel connection on it which plugs directly into the back of the unit, and I'll plug that into the DC input port. Now, the minute I add power to the unit, it immediately starts at power on self-test, where it's checking all the electronics. It's checking the resolution of my media devices and the resolution of my output displays to make whatever adjustments are needed to give me the best possible picture. You'll notice the displays start to come on, and that's because each of the inputs is being analyzed against the output, again, to make those adjustments. And there you go. We've got 8 different displays from the 8 different input devices, and you can see some of those are static images. Others have videos running. This is the Roku. That top one right there, I've actually set up on the media player to rotate through all the inputs available in that media player. So you're going to see that change on a regular basis. And the reason I did that was to show you that that unit can display different types of media on the same monitor without any issues whatsoever. Now, you've got complete control again over which of the inputs is sent to which of the monitors, and you can use the remote control by tapping the output first of the display you'd like to change, and then deciding which of the inputs should be sent to that display. you can also send the same input to all 8 displays at the same time. And that can be really helpful if you're setting up a conference and you've got multiple monitors that you'd like to stream a specific video on. You can have all those monitors display the same image or the same video, or you can have individual monitors, again, display different inputs. And that's the beauty of using a matrix like this, is it gives you total flexibility of which of the inputs is sent to which of the outputs. Again, using the buttons on the front, the remote, or even through a network connection, opening up a web browser and making those selections, or through an RS-232 connection to a local computer. And it really is just that easy to get it working. I hope you found this overview of the OREI UHD-808 helpful. It really does provide a perfect solution for connecting 8 different HDMI media sources to 8 ultra-high definition monitors at the same time, and because it's a matrix, you'll have complete control over which of those outputs is being displayed on each of the monitors at any given time by using the buttons on the front of the unit, the included infrared remote control, through a LAN connection to your local network by opening a browser, or even through an RS-232 connection to a local computer through a command line interface. And the fact that the unit fully supports 4K ultra-high definition media content and will individually downscale for each of the output ports means you know it's going to work perfectly fine with all of your modern media gear. It's also HDMI 2.0B and HDCP 1.4 and 2.2 compliant, which means it's going to work with a wide range of modern media styles. Finally, the product provides audio extraction capabilities, which will digitally remove the audio from the HDMI media stream passing through it and allow you to send that along to a soundbar or home stereo for better quality audio. Everything you need to get started is included with the kit, and with a few simple connections, you can be up and running in no time. So until next time, thanks again for watching.